Congressional leaders say they hope to act on a financial rescue plan before Congress recesses for the elections.
Tonight, a Maryland lawmaker is calling for a state investigation into the deal to sell Constellation Energy. Among his concerns, the potential multi-million-dollar severance package for Constellation CEO. Eyewitness News has complete coverage of the uneasy economy. Continues with Mike Elgren live outside of Constellation Energy. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Kai. CEO Mayo Shattuck may very well stay here at Constellation Energy. We just don't know that at this point. But if he is let go, he stands to gain tens of millions of dollars, and that's not sitting well with one lawmaker. If the deal to sell one of Maryland's most powerful companies, Constellation Energy, to Warren Buffett's empire goes through and the company decides to fire Constellation CEO Mayo Shattuck, WJZ has learned Shattuck would get a $47.6 million severance package, and the company would pay $16 million more to cover the taxes on that money. This despite Constellation stock dropping 76% since the beginning of the year. That's Outrage Delegate McDonough, who wrote this letter to the governor and the attorney general demanding an investigation into the deal.
They sold it at a fire sale for $5 billion, and they're going to get a bonus and a reward for that. I think the ratepayers ought to be getting a reduction in rates. Mayo Shattuck's going to smile all the way to the bank.
So far, the head of Buffett's subsidiary, Mid-American Energy Holdings, has not said what will happen to Constellation's management.
We haven't had any discussions on management positions or management going forward.
Other executives would also get millions if they're let go. John Collins, $2.9, Thomas Brooks, $5 million, Felix Dawson, $2.7, and George Persky, $3 million.
The consumers and the stockholders, well, they didn't get anything. They lost out of this thing, and we've got to protect them and find out why.
I think you could not find a stronger, more reputable white knight than Warren Buffett.
The governor has not commented on Shattuck's potential payout, but does believe the deal to sell Constellation, which owns BGE and provides electricity to most Marylanders, is sound.
Our country is going to be suffering the repercussions of this week for decades to come. But in terms of this particular deal, it's a much better result than what might have happened.
Shareholders will get $26.50 a share in the new deal. In a letter to employees, Shattuck wrote, "The purchase price is far below what we could have expected in a stable market environment, but the past 2 months have been anything but stable." Shattuck is not the only Maryland executive with a generous severance package. Former Care First executive William Jews got an $18 million payout, later halved.
I don't think we should just have benign neglect, say everything is lovely, Warren Buffett's going to save us, and whatever happened, too bad, tough munchies.
This deal still requires the approval of the Public Service Commission. It could take up to 9 months. Mayo Shattuck also wrote in that letter to employees that this was good long-term for them, and the prospective new buyer was a good fit for the company. We'll have new economic analysis on CEO severance packages coming up in the next hour at 6 o'clock. Back to you on Television Hill.
Mike, thank you. Stay with Eyewitness News for complete coverage of the Constellation Energy sale and fluctuations on Wall Street. WJZ is always on for instant updates on the deal and market updates. Log on to WJZ.com.
A span of the